I just realized that once we start, there's no way to pause the show. I should have started just a little bit. I got one thing to do. So before I get started, hello everybody. Welcome to my show. This is the second episode of That Is What Makes Us Tea. Okay. So I mean, I'm just happy. I'm happy for myself. Like clap it up. Yes. That's what makes us tea. So the reason why I started my show is just to get some more organization into the topics that I love to discuss and talk about. The reason why I love to discuss and talk about the topics that I do is because it helps other people out. Not only does it help other people out, my goal is to help people expand their consciousness, especially if you're in my community. I'm tired of you guys being bamboozled. I'm tired of people telling you anything and you believe in it. I'm tired of y'all focused on the wrong shit. Like y'all pay attention to the wrong shit while the right shit is flipped by your face. Like, and it's to the point. And I'm saying this on purpose in the beginning of the show. So as soon as you start it, you can see it. It is to the point where people can literally wear masks in front of your very face and you watch the TV shows all the time. The very same, and it's millions and millions of you guys that must be under this spell because I'm watching the same show. And when I see it, I'm instantly starting to see people wear masks. The person that y'all love pulling their face down. I know what don't look right. I know what's not natural. So what I do is ask the people around me, "Hey, pull your nose. Does your eyes come down?" Like, and that lets you know how millions and millions of people do not pay attention to shit that's right in front of your face. Therefore, someone can give you something, and you it's like you don't think twice about anything. The origin of it, the reason. You stop asking yourself who, what, when, where, why, and how. If you don't have any discernment, if you don't have any way to protect yourself or any kind of way to find out other insight, deeper insight, just through introspection, I freaking, I push you, I encourage you to start using the 5 W's. Like that's what they told us in school. Well, it's 4 W's and 1 H. It's who, what, when, where, why. Oh, it is 5 W's. And how is the six. Okay? It's the H. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Okay, this person just popped up. I haven't seen them in like 5 years. They want me to go out. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Um, I don't know. All of a sudden, I'm getting these emails. They keep requesting money. I know I sent my money in um 2 weeks ago, and they keep coming and saying that I owe them, and I'm really feeling harassed and I'm angry and I'm upset. Like, stop, leave me alone. Who, what, when, where, what? Who, what, when, where, what, and how? Like, start asking yourself the questions to help you get some deeper introspection into your thought processes. Because I'm sorry, it just be some shit that just be like, yo, what? Yo, it makes me laugh, and I fucking just be like, I gotta go. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, now I'm gonna start like what? Start. Okay, so first I want to start off by saying that someone on my live, someone on a previous live asked me what was my favorite color. I remember that. And for someone to ask me what my favorite color was, right? And they didn't say why they wanted to know my favorite color. What was they getting my favorite color for? None of these things, right? But then I know the way I was feeling. I told you guys, I'm gonna just be straight the fuck up. I told y'all that I stopped liking Clarissa Shields. I see a lot of people that's like, oh, a lot of women don't like Clarissa because she's starting to believe in herself. She's starting to love herself. That shit to me is fake as fuck. Because if she wasn't in a relationship she was in, or if he left her, all that fucking confidence would, half of it, I'm not gonna say all, but a lot of it would go out the window. And I can tell by how she moved behind the scenes. Because at the end of the day, if it wasn't what I'm saying, yo, like, okay, so let me rewind y'all back. I stopped liking her because after she fought this girl that she was hugging and all of that at the little show with the dreads, after she fought her, I went on her post and congratulated her. I was like, I'm happy. I knew you was gonna beat her because it's almost like she's set up with people that you know she's gonna beat. Like she's gonna beat them. I've never seen like all of those girls that be like, come on, like the one girl, Shanaisha Green. I feel like she would definitely like give her a run for her money. Like because she young, like she's the same. Like she young, she fiery, she got the same passion, all of that. That's gonna be the real fight. When I did not know Franchon was older than Clarissa Shields. She's 38 years old. She's 2 years younger than me. So it's like she keep on trying to fight these. First is Layla. Now you calling out Franchon. And the thing about Franchon was after the fight with I think her name was Danielle. I gave her props, and I was like, or it was even before and after, and I was like, I've never seen anybody like really get with you like that except for Franchon Cruz. When I tell you, after that fight, Clarissa went on the national, like on all on the internet, and was like, Franchon, now I'm calling you out. I just felt that was super fucking weird because I literally just said that in her comments. Now I don't follow her no more, so I don't know if the comment is still there. But I literally said that shit in her comments, and right after I said that, that girl was calling out Franchon Cruz, and I thought that was the craziest, wildest, most insecure shit. And I'm like, is it because she whipped Papoose because the relationship was fresh? Now I don't give a fuck about your relationship. I was a fan of her as a boxing fan, not of your fucking relationship, even though I seen what was going on and I'm a vocal person and I was like, oh, they getting together, blah, blah, blah. And let's not fucking negate from the fact that she knows who the fuck I am, because like I said, I've shared her songs up in my stories. She's looked at my stories. A lot of people know who Best Friends with Mary Jane is, who Eastside Mary Jane is. So when I commented that, I felt the energy. Like I'm a energetic person. I could feel energy through social media, through comments, all that shit. Like I can feel when somebody left an ignorant ass comment on my social media and I haven't checked it yet. I feel it. And so I know she knows who the fuck I am, right? And I just thought that was odd. Like, why, that's odd that she called out Franchon after I put that in her comment section. It's fucking odd, right? Then I just felt like she became a little salty with me. It wasn't like, and I feel like she took it like it must have embarrassed her for me to say that. That's the only like it's low insecure. That's why I'm like all this, money and wig talk and oh I'm this and that, but on the inside you can't be feeling that strong as you appear on the outside. If you have to go and micro attack everybody that is indifferent towards some of the shit that you're doing or saying. I've seen it. We've seen it. We've seen people call her out and be like, I've said this, and maybe they got more of a platform. And so she'll go and make a fucking think piece or respond back or whatever. And that's how I know that she know who the fuck I am and that what she doing was spiteful. So somebody, and I'm gonna rewind it, fast forward it a little bit. Somebody on my live came and asked me what was my favorite color, right? My favorite color is green. So not only, so my thing was this. I my son passed away. So after, the little thing where she announced for Franchon Cruz I'm like, I inboxed her and asked her could she sign my petition for my son. She ignored it. And when I ask celebrities things, I never really be like, oh, they're going to do it. And I never get caught up like, ooh, they going to do it. Some have. I've had two celebrities actually sign my petition. One of them even shared it. I think both of them did. But right after that, energy got weird. And I'm wondering why the fuck when these celebrities shared my son's petition, the energy got weird. Like somebody going behind me or something, telling people something and making it weird and shit. So I noticed that. Then I noticed Pat Poose posted something about fentanyl. First of all, my son didn't die from fentanyl. And that's the thing. So you must have told him, and this go to show you his skinhead ass. Like that's the like his fucking skinhead ass. If that's the case, yo, this is why shit is not gonna work out for them. And right after I started putting two and two together, like she was getting publicly humiliated. This is what happens when and she keep on saying God ain't no God backing no shit up like that. If you a fucking bully that's going around picking people who have a little bit of fight or not really fight, but that had some type of skill, but there's nowhere in your skill level. If they're nowhere your age, they don't have the training, don't probably don't have as much consistency with fight or whatever. If that's the case, go to UFC and keep trying them girls. Keep trying them UFC girls. That's the thing. We don't hear about that shit. And I know you got your ass beat. You don't talk about that. So the thing is, you come back to boxing, you want to bully people and act like you all this and that to people that's not that educated about shit. They don't check shit. They just go with whatever the fuck somebody's saying and they dick ride. And that's what you used to. But I'm not that type of person. So I'm not falling for that, especially when you come for me like that. I feel like I did it, I'm not trying to be delusional or nothing, but when a lot of the things add up more than just once, then yeah, because the thing that was kind of like, okay, maybe she don't have power over when the date of the fight is. The date of the fight, February 22nd. My son died February 26th. I know that these elites, they do a lot of things with human with power, with they do a lot of um first of all, it's Black History Month. If you don't see the patterns around Black History Month that I've been telling you guys, you can see a lot of people getting hung or get like deaths is like, oh, they done died and their organs gone, but they committed suicide. Shit like that where they play in your face because these are the months of the elites when they need to do the sacrificial sacrifices or whatever, or get the harvest the energy. Okay? Because at the end of the day, what's coming up for them is their Passover. See, I told y'all dumbasses, and I don't mean to go out like that, but I told y'all that our Passover was in January. And when you are sitting up there um, celebrating, what you call it, New Year's and on the Passover, when you're supposed to be fasting for these times to protect our children through these wicked fucking times in February, right? This is why in the month of Black history, they make sure that they take so many Black souls off this planet. And you have to question the people that's making you turn the other way and not look at what the fuck is happening year after year after year. You have to look at that. So for her to sit up there and have no sympathy towards the cause of not only did my son go somewhere, but then you got your bitch nigga sitting up here putting shit about fentanyl on his post. And then you have the fucking boxing thing on February 22nd. Did somebody ask me what's my favorite color? And bitch, you wear green looking all pasty. I wouldn't even wear that color green. And I would look way better in it. And then all your crew wearing green, y'all harvesting energy. Like you up, and then Franchon talk about you sold your soul. It makes fucking sense. It makes perfect fucking sense. So the shit that I'm saying, I'm not about to sit up there and make me feel like I'm crazy for not feeling like that. Then you linked up with Zeus, girl. What boxer is doing that? What fucking boxer is doing that? No boxers is trying to like if you like, let's just look into boxing history. I used to watch boxing with my grandfather, my uncles, my dad and shit. And we used to all watch boxing and wrestling and things like that, right? Boxing was always an honorable sport. Boxing was always an honorable sport. Now, first of all, even though, even though, um, even though I feel like the sport of having to bash and beat somebody to an oblivion is not good. And I know like we've seen slavery history when it links to boxing where they would make two of the biggest buck slaves fight to death, fight to the death. So the origin can't be that fucking good, but they've made it honorable. And it's saying on Google, I'm not gonna go in and do a deep search, but this could be wrong because it's Google, and it's saying boxing originated over 5,000 years ago in Sumeria and Egypt, evolving from ancient brutal bare knuckle contest into a regulated global sport. Okay, so it's an Egyptian sport. We all know that Yahweh, he called he called Egypt an abomination, but this sport is still a sport that's prominent in our culture today. We've seen it in slavery where they would have two slaves beat themselves, like they said, bare knuckle to the death. They would fight to death, and now they've they've modernized it. Now, when we've seen the greats like the Layla Ali's and the George Foremans and the Ali's and all of them fight, these role models, these sport icons kept it very professional. They kept it very honorable. If you did hear about anything in the streets, it was just the beef, it was the hype of what it was. You know what I'm saying? I don't have too much history of how they carry themselves, but they wasn't going onto other networks trying to um, basically exploit it. Now I've seen Clarissa like last year ago on Zeus Network on in the comments asking could she come when Tasiki was whipping everybody's ass, and that's when I was like, oh no, don't go over there. You'll hurt somebody. But now that we've seen these women actually get hurt, we've seen people like Summer, we've seen people like Whoa Vicky, we've seen victims of Zeus, we've seen people that went to the tryouts and was murdered, and the stories are swept under the rug. And now you're merging boxing with Zeus, which makes sense because boxing is origin is in Egypt. Now think about if the greats, the black greats, wanted to separate from that ideology and they wasn't being strung along by money and big heavy checks, and they was like, you know what, we're going to start our own boxing, but for this goal. It wouldn't be attached to that Egyptian history, but because there is a link between the two, we can't even. I'm telling you, boxing is about to go down the fuck hill. Do you see who's in the stage announcing? You got, it looks like Jews that's with the little hats in there talking about, oh, we made a deal with this and this. Y'all, you may as well kiss that shit goodbye. You may as well kiss the idea of boxing, the sport, all that shit, the fucking vibe of boxing of what we know. Once it goes on Zeus, that shit about to be trash. It's about to be just like Baggy and all everything else. And I wouldn't be surprised if they had boxers, trying to get on their boxing. But then you got to think about it. Why can't you just go to the league to box? You got to get on Zeus to box. And guess what? With Zeus comes deaths. Do you think those deaths are being investigated? They're being put on the news. They're being memorialized, and they going to the next show. They need your energy. That's what that's for. So this is a way to legally sacrifice people on TV without y'all knowing that shit. And if you sign up for it, I'm gonna tell you now, you being a fucking dumbass. Because it's the same, we didn't see. And I'm sitting up there looking at girl after girl after girl after girl sit up there and talk about Tyra Banks and shit, right? Girl after girl after girl talk about Tyra. But they kept coming on the show. So if that's the case, Why didn't y'all stop coming on the show? Y'all keep coming. So just to think what happens with these, these networks and the things that we don't know. Y'all keep coming. Stop coming. There won't be a story. Start your own shit. Make it better. Why don't the victims collaborate on something to make it better? Blackballed or not, you're not blackballed from the planet. Like, where, like, you know what I'm saying? It's time to fight the fuck back. Because at the end of the day, I feel like once people start becoming famous in Baltimore, now they are trying to do the same shit that they've been doing in Hollywood for years, New York, all of these other states that had star staples. We never really had anybody that blew up to the point where, they known worldwide. I mean, maybe a lot of people know about Drew Hill, but not sure if it's worldwide. It's not like a Whitney Houston or a Michael Jackson. Tupac, but then we struggle with, oh, was he from Baltimore, New York, this, that, or, like, come on now. We never really had somebody from Baltimore that popped the fuck off. So when I see the stars starting to come here, it got me on edge, because the same shit that can happen in them other states and cities can happen here. No. I want to commend Franchon Cruz. She did a amazing job with the hand that she was given. I see a lot of bullies in her comment section talking about why you embarrass yourself, this, that, that. But we don't know what the fuck was going on behind the scenes. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But as I know, I found out she was 38. And I'm like, wow, she almost my age. I'm 40. She's 38 years old. She out there, and not only that, she got pushed and had heels on the night before. So I know, and she had something on her knee. So with her knee and her age, I don't feel like it was a fair fight. Because when I remember years back when they first fight, Franchon had that. You could tell she was on fire. Like, she gave like 3 times the amount of fight back that she did to Clarissa this time, even though she started off, but that fire lasted in them rounds. This time she was she didn't get the fuck. Why do you keep going up there? But I commend her, and to people that's up there being bullies and shit. Think about you at your age. If you 40 or whatever, think about an unfair fight. Just think about that. You fat or something, and a person in shape, or you got one leg and you but you still can train. You still can fight, because we done seen some paraplegics that have excelled, but then this other person got all their limbs, and they, you know what I'm saying? It was just something taken away from that. Oh, I didn't even see. Hey, thank you, Truth Rises, for the 100. So yeah. I have to get used to looking at this screen. I'm not ignoring you. I do apologize. I just seen that, but I was looking over here up at my camera. I'm used to looking at the phone where I have everything and I can see the comments, but the comments are over here and I'm looking up here. So I do apologize about that. Okay. So, which brings me into my next hold on, do I want to go to the next point yet? Oh yeah, so yeah, don't just like, don't freaking count Franchon out. I just feel like Clarissa hasn't been set up with an opponent that's really her equal match. I really don't. So stop fucking being delusional, guys. Stop fucking riding this girl's coattail, because she is what she's showing you on the outside, that shit fake as fuck. And from a person that was a fan, I'm a number one person. And then, like, look at what she did with the lady that came to her little turkey giveaway or something. I heard that lady wasn't even there for her. And she, trying to put somebody out. Like, that's the type of shit that she do online. And when people can't see and all of that, that's the type of petty shit that she do. It's just that she was there in her city and state. She felt comfortable doing that shit. And yeah, she got the money. People gonna gawk when the money come through. So this is why I'm trying to teach y'all, stop being so gullible, because it's another thing that's happening And I was going to say this part last, but it's I'm a because I'm talking about celebrities, and normally I try to keep them out of what I'm talking about. But when it relates and applies to us and to me, damn right I'm exposed that shit. Because last night when I seen her come out in green and all her people in green, I almost like I'm just like, yo, I'm calling my energy back. Maybe that's why the whole beginning, even up to when Boosie came out, was crunchy and fucked up. Whatever power she doing, that's something else that it's going to take a little while for the prayers of God to get to. Not to say that they not better, but God, He working divine timing, the Most High. That's the God I'm talking about. Yahweh works in divine timing. So at the end of the day, yeah, that was just all I had to say, and I wasn't going to go without putting out my 2 cents in that. But it disappointed me to see that how many of y'all sit up there and y'all inflate 50 Cent head. This is somebody that is also right now, he is detrimental for the black culture. 50 Cent is not good for the culture. And it's a lot of people that's not even looking at that. Y'all looking at the fact that this bully type of, I feel like a lot of y'all was beat up on and never really got y'all a fair shot. A lot of y'all never got y'all justice for certain things that don't know how to get it. So y'all living out your ways of defense through bullies, and these bullies stand for fucking nothing. They're detrimental to the culture. We're in the month of February, and this bitch nigga is on there talking about somebody's wife and family. Like, he been talking about black people all fucking month. He always talk about black people. I never see him going after no white motherfuckers. Never see him talk about none of them white people that he slept with. Never see him talk about himself in a negative light, or even the things that he done went through and grew from, besides getting shot 9 fucking times. He think that's supposed to hold him into 2050. No, bitch. Them fucking nickels that shot at you probably wasn't even a real fucking story. And because you have this backing of people that's in this whites, of course, they have to be whites because you're going after everybody black. They're probably helping you keep the delusion up. And it's crazy because I'm like, yo, he going after somebody, wife, mother, grandmother, everything. Bitch, where's your family? Where's your wife? Where's your kids? Where's your girlfriends? No one wants to be around you. And it just weakens me to see so many people, like men, especially the women too. I'm like, y'all is, yo, the I can't wait for the line. And this is why so many storms. Like, I can't wait till the line is drawn in the sand, because y'all stand for everything and y'all need to be healed. Y'all need healing. You guys need healing. When I saw him go after Irv Gotti, who was dying on his deathbed with cancer, and y'all sitting up there laughing, oh, 50, 50. Like, y'all, what the fuck? Really? Like, what? Really? Y'all will fucking stand for any motherfucking bully. If somebody come and squash 50's grapes, what the fuck are y'all going to do then? What the fuck are you going to do? That shit is fucked up. And it's like, he don't have no boundary. He don't have no limit. And why does it affect us? Because at the end of the day, right now, we need to be standing together and united even more. And don't think for one fucking reason, one instance, that there's star seeds, that there's chosen people in the music industry, that's celebrities and shit. We starting to see them. I see people that's talking about shit that none of y'all talk about, like Eric Benet. Yeah, he talking like me and shit. He's talking like me, and I'm like, damn, you can really tell, because the rest of them acting like, oh, let me take some pictures, da, 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 da. Everything else, like, yo. And at the end of the day, let me tell y'all something. Ocean City was in the Epstein file. So if you don't think at first, like, I'm like, all right, we don't need to talk about Epstein. But when you realize, when I realized I was almost trafficked with my daughter, when I realized, yes, these motherfuckers, Hispanics, Africans, all these motherfucking tethers coming over here, and they working with the white crackheads and shit that want money, and like the people that'll sell you out, they coming in your city and state. And the more and more of these motherfucking tethers they let over here, they helping to organize that shit. Trust and believe that. So yeah, it really, While we sitting up here laughing at all the 50 jokes and shit, we got people that's organizing crime rings and it's more than just drugs. Y'all see what they doing with the kids. Y'all see what happened to my son. This shit is organized crime because these motherfucking weirdos, they doing rituals. And half of y'all, you need a spiritual cleansing. You need to learn how to get energy, detach from energy that's not yours. Y'all are bogged under mind control heavily. I don't know what the fuck they using. Maybe it's in your food and your water to keep that shit activated. But y'all need healing real bad. Cause y'all can't see shit. You can't see a motherfucking thing that's happening. You can't see nothing. And if I gotta cuss and offend some of y'all to get your attention, then let it be. But I feel like a lot of y'all ran just because of my delivery. Yo, when my son passed away, I knew shit got real. I knew it did. And maybe it didn't happen in your household. I keep saying that. I keep saying that. But all of this stuff is connected and they using. You gotta go. Come on. Stay with me. My reflex is good. You think you about to fucking play with me? All right. It all connects. It's almost like this. Okay. Have you seen a cartoon where they like, oh, we want to get this ball? Okay, maybe two kids throwing a ball. Okay. The ball goes into the neighbor's yard. The neighbor is mean as fuck. So they want to get the ball, but they don't want the neighbor to know. So one of them go distract the neighbor while the other one get the ball. This is the shit that's happening to us. We're the neighbor. Except for we ain't mean, we just we can, if we get activated, we something to fear. Okay. And they want to get something from us. So they use somebody to make us look that way while they get what they want from us. Remember, this is a script. When the sun sets, the script, the scene begins, the scene starts. Okay? And because you guys huck a buck for 50 cents and all of the distracting shit, it's not, it's just he's almost like a challenge. Like, would you slap your mother for $10 million? Would you? He's like the monitor, not the. He's like the gauge of how much you'll sell out. Like his posts come in range. So let's say he drops a fire post. The fire post won't be as that degrading, but it will be degrading, just not as that degrading. And then if you laugh at it, we know that you'll do X, Y, and Z. Okay. Now this man just laughed at another dying black man that he could have just, wished him well or whatever. And this is flame 2, level 2. And you got all of these black huckabuckers coming on there, laughing and joking with him, laughing about a deceased black man dying and shit. Now, public knows that you will huckabuck for this. Like your level of huckabucking is going up. Okay. Now, this man is laughing about a woman who got evicted with her children, and she might got a wig on. And she's on there online asking for money. And she got raped, and now her daughter is on her own because her mom died or some shit. I'm just trying to make it as bad and degenerate. And 50 Cent makes a joke about, oh, the mom, she ran away the husband. I don't know. And then all of y'all, oh, 50 is a trip. You just increase your huckabucking. Like you're level 3 at huckabucking. So now fast forwarded, now we're in a dystopian future, all these things that have broken down, and they run across your file. Anthony Cheatham, Huckabucker Flame on 5. We know that we could get Anthony Cheatham to go into Black Wall Street and throw bombs in there. We know that we could get Anthony Cheatham to get 5 of his homeboys and go infect the black population with HIV and AIDS. We know that we can get Anthony Cheatham. Like, you get what I'm saying? They're testing your huckabuck. And maybe huckabuck is not the right thing, but you know what the fuck I'm trying to say. And this is what, because when I said each platform is like a country, and your platform individually is like a state, and you the president of that area, and depending on, like, your job is to educate, is to help increase, like, to smarten, to amplify, to bring awareness, to do all these things as a leader would. That is what I mean. So when you see people that have platforms that actually have money, that actually have fame, that could be doing better things with that platform, that's not addressing none of the issues that we going through, that is causing confusion and negativity in a time where we need to all pull together, then that should go to show you what agenda they're on. Their agenda, their agents, they. Okay. Now, which brings us to this. Don't think for one fucking, don't think that just because this world seems big and da 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 da, yo, motherfuckers be connected. These celebrities be connected to the cities. People like Natalie Nunn helps to merge regular people like me and you with the celebrities. Okay, now we know that these celebrities, they are in the selling their soul. They into all types of shit behind the scenes. And that's what brings it to regular people. So if they come to your city, then you gotta understand that you're subject to anything that you see, any shit happening on the news. You're subject to anything that you see any of these celebrities go through. That means being swapped out, possessed, all of those things. Or like Ray J with the braille in his eye, the reptilian. You could be a meat suit. Okay? So I want you to understand that. And along with all of this chaos happening, these celebrities using their power to close in on normal life. Control is being taken. Control is being had on our infrastructure, on our cities and states. So we're about to go into that. Give me a second. Let me drink my Pepsi. Woo! If you don't do that after a Pepsi, it's not a good Pepsi. That's why I love drinking the cans. Okay. Now let's talk about the future plans and the infrastructure plans for Baltimore. See, a lot of you guys don't believe me when I was just going through Baltimore. And I was when I was going through Baltimore, driving through Baltimore, showing you the paid actors, showing you how they get down, y'all didn't believe me. Okay. Now, I didn't really do deep research, but I know what's happening. So all I had to do was ask a question. Now, anybody else, you guys can go into baltimorecity.gov and look at their comprehensive plan. They actually have a master plan 2030, which is a comprehensive planning document that charts a course for future development and growth. That is what we're going to read. I didn't even do research, but what I saw, oh fuck, let me open this up. Cuz this is crazy, y'all. I keep on telling you guys. I keep telling y'all that they're trying to take away our freedoms. And the more you guys don't pay attention to it, the more that's why they're trying to hurry up. Okay? So let me go ahead and see they switched this around a little bit. Did I let me go in did I screenshot it? Damn. Okay. See, with online being powered by AI, they can switch shit in real time. But let me tell you what's on Google. Future infrastructure in Baltimore is heavily focused on a 10-year, $6 billion plus revitalization effort securing Baltimore's future that targets over 65,000 vacant properties, the 900 million Harbor Place redevelopment, and major transportation upgrades like the Frederick Douglass Tunnel. Now, we have to also understand that we have people like Jeff Bezos' wife that is investing into HBCUs, Morgan State University being one of them. We know what Jeff Bezos was doing. Also, there's the Ghislaine, the Maxwell Ghislaine or something like that. They had something to do with schools. I think they were friends with the Life Touch people or something like that. I don't. It's some weird things going on. So with these um when they put the money to these industries, you have to know that this type of influence and this type of power and this type of thing is going to come. And this is why it's happening. Look at the people that's investing in the city. Do you think they're going to make it non-detectable if certain crimes are happening, certain organized crimes are happening? They're investigating. And then it goes hand in hand. If they don't want certain people in Baltimore City or in your city and state, then yeah, get them trafficked out. Well, all of these people that they let in our city and state that live in the areas by the highways, like I said, that is exactly where I was when I was in my car and somebody came up to me that was Hispanic from Florida with a white truck driver trying to traffic me and my daughter right by the highway. And that's exactly why I showed you what the Comfort Inn in Towson does, because that's what 10 years, like what, 5 6 years after they tried me at the same hotel. This shit is real. Okay. So key initiatives include West Baltimore United to dismantle the highway to nowhere and smart city technology integrations to improve public spaces, transit, and connectivity. So West Baltimore, you can tell heavily that they are definitely experimenting on West Baltimore. West Baltimore, they have done so much to make things about drugs, and demonize everything else. But West Baltimore is really rich in Black history. Billie Holiday, like a lot of Black history, and a lot of that shit they want to erase and delete. So they've allowed these tethers to come. They've allowed these crackhead white people to come. They've allowed, the culture to be just about fighting, killing, drugs, and that's what they've kind of kept that image. Look at what The Wire was about. The 5 o'clock, the 12 o'clock boys, or whatever. They want that image so that people, developers. Oh yeah, let's get rid of the people and develop over them. Like all of this shit is happening in West Baltimore. How many West Baltimore citizens was asked their opinion on any infrastructure changes? I'll wait. And I know exactly what they talk about because it's under the bridge. And when you come in, they got all of these, all the cars that was going under the bridge on the Frederick. I think it's Frederick or Franklin, all on one side, going. The path is little as hell now. Housing and neighborhood redevelopment. So a 15 year, $6 billion program aims to renovate 37,000 vacant properties and attract private development for 33,000 more, focusing on block level renewal and community infrastructure. And what's so crazy, they have these auctions and them houses be $1, something, something, something. They won't let, like, how is it that people from Indonesia and all of these other places, China, know about shit that's happening? Y'all selling these houses for $1 for the low, and don't nobody here know about that shit. How I know? Because I was trying a lot of different ways to try to get into like real estate. I don't see, it ain't like school was like, oh, this is what you do to start a business. This is what you do. I had to research and learn all that shit on my own. I never had a partner. I never had a like-minded business, anything. So everything I did, I learned on my fucking own. And when I learned about, people's houses getting put back on the market because they wasn't paying their property taxes, and you can look in public records and see whose houses is on public record, because basically you can pay the taxes, you can buy the house from them, you can pay up their bills, buy the house from them, and put them in an apartment or something, because a lot of the times they be older people. I tried that once. The people got mad at me when I came to their house. They was black, but I bet you if it was a white person, they would have been all up on it. Oh yeah, well, that's why you got to stop hating yourself, yo. A person like me, I would only try to help other people that look like me. A white person to come and take that shit away. Like, the house will be theirs, but it'll be privated and nobody on the property. And now they gonna let their friends come and buy the rest of the houses next door. Y'all niggas fuck up every time hating yourself. I'm telling you. You're always thinking somebody doing something wrong. You know what? That fall back on you and your discernment and your ability to be able to check a motherfucker. I can't help it that you got done wrong and you ain't learned from your mistakes, and now you think everybody the same. I understand that. But the fact that you look at the wrong people with bad judgment is going to keep your ass always getting walked up all over by somebody that don't look like you. But you won't tell those stories. You'll tell the stories about when somebody that did look like you did pettier shit, less shit. It's the self hate for me. And now I understand it. It's the self hate, is the jealousy. That shit is ingrained in you. Is the shit that I'm saying, right? The things that the valuable things that I have, even for my own city and state, you would think I have a viewer. I have nobody absolutely not watching, but I bet y'all sitting up there looking at bickering and shit between 50 Cent and T.I. I bet y'all made that, those arguments. And this is happening in your very city. This is why West Baltimore is so controllable. Got all them YNs and all of them thugs and dudes and shit over there. And yet they could come in and just reinvent your whole shit. All that. Because your power is being put in the wrong place, son. I'm telling you. You're looking at the wrong motherfuckers as your enemy. The fact that you looking at me or somebody that's trying to tell you the right shit as an enemy, and then you got motherfuckers that can change your very life today or tomorrow like that, the life of you your mother, your grandmother, and your siblings like that just by making a business decision. But I'm wrong because I'm sitting up there bringing it to your attention. Like, what fucking sense is that? That don't make sense to me. I'm trying to help us all for real because I know when it start at one end, it's going to trickle to the other end. They just use weaker parts of the environment or weaker parts of society to test shit out because they understand the action that's going to happen behind it. But when you put thought in it and you put the muscle behind it, yo, they're not gonna fuck with us. I'm telling you. And the fact that they using that side of town first is the same way they did with down the hill in the projects when I used to live in Perkins. They bombed that shit. They tore the projects down. All the projects is gone. The only projects that's there that's left is probably the projects that they experimented on that they know that these people go do they going to do more things for them. They going to work for they see they need us because they know the grit. They know the muscle that's going to go behind it. But at the end of the day, if they can turn us against each other, that's what they doing. They having the machine turn against the machine. So yeah, they're going to keep certain projects. They're going to keep certain things thriving, but they also going to incentivize you to go against your own people. So if you don't stand for nothing, yo, I'm telling you, you're gonna fall for anything. And if you look at the movies and shit, and how in the end is always like one black person, it is either a woman or a man. They're never Black Americans. If it is, they're gay. Like it's a black gay woman or the man's a fag or something like that. Or he African. Like he's never is never a Black American, especially women. They don't want no black women surviving shit because what they trying to do is change. Um, they're trying to change God's people. They try to reinvent this AI shit is trying to help them mimic everything natural about life and society, reincarnation, and afterlife, everything. So, in order to all funnel us into this agenda, whether we are gullible and pushed in there with our eyes closed, or we willingly sign up to go in there because it looks fun and nice and glorious, and everybody we know in there. Like either way, they just already understand the direction we headed into. And right now, if we don't play tug of war, yo, this shit is on Google. They're about to do the AI cities. They start with West Baltimore. They doing it, yo. That's why I'm like, I see it. Like, what the fuck? Y'all don't see this shit? Damn, and I don't live. It's like I'm just driving, yo, and I'm looking. Like if I lived in that neighborhood, I swear to gosh, I'd probably be outside with a bullhorn, like, bitch, ugh, what are you doing? Like I probably would have woke the neighbors if because I see you're impeding on my freedom, bitch. What are you doing? Then I seen it like Chinese people in the water wells, like you know how like so it's like the reservoirs. The West Side got reservoirs. We all got reservoirs, but it's this big reservoir. I think it's by a Hillen or something. Yo, West Side, all the people is out in the neighborhood. How do you have Chinese people going in your reservoir? Like, what the fuck are they doing in the water? They park right there. I'm riding by and I just see the man is in the truck and there's more of them down there. Like, what are y'all doing? Like that shit to me, yo. How is it that we live here? You don't never see niggas in the reservoir. If it was, we was kids. That's when it was safe to play in the reservoir. Kids and deer. The deer, because the white people fucked up everything natural and they fucked up the housing for the deers, and now the deers gotta go on another trail to find water supplies and shelter. They fucking up everything. Okay. It's time for me to build my nose, y'all. I hate that. But if I wasn't healing, this wouldn't be happening. I'll be back. All right, I'm back, y'all. Let me see if I got any boogies. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. So let's talk about it. So what else? What else? They want to make housing and neighborhood redevelopment a 15-year, 6 billion program aims to renovate the vacant properties, focusing on block level renewal and community infrastructure. Block level renewal. Those are the things that you have to question. Like, what is that? Google it. Find a definition. What is block level removal? I could be doing it, but I don't want to be talking for like 5 hours. I got other places to do. I got other places to visit. Um, Transportation and connectivity. Key projects include the construction of the Frederick Douglass Tunnel and the West Baltimore United Plan, which redevelops areas around the highway to nowhere to connect neighborhoods and boost transit oriented development because they want to do the 15-minute cities. Downtown and waterfront revitalization. The Downtown Rise plan and the 900 million redevelopment of Harbor Place to be completed by 2031 are major projects designed to transform the downtown core, featuring new mixed-use buildings, apartments, and public spaces. Smarter Baltimore initiative. Here we go. A 2025 launch university led partnership is implementing smart city technology. So it's not just me telling you, this shit is in the plans. Okay. So this is supposed to um, include free public internet. Nothing is free, guys. You see how they doing it? Free internet. Okay, that's because, bro, they probably gonna, you're all gonna probably be hooked up to the internet. I don't mean your devices either. Improve public hubs and smart street lights, particularly in West Baltimore. Because West Baltimore has the most tribe type of vibes. West Baltimore is still like, you can still go outside and see guys still huddled. That's the way we used to do over East Baltimore. When I seen them do that big one on Greenmount, like how many people used to be out there? I don't know what they did to them boys. Yo, West Baltimore, you need to be on fucking alert. Like and I've been like, my thing that I wanted to talk to West Baltimore, especially the males, was when I saw. Now I'm used to seeing West Baltimoreans come through with the bikes. They come through Northern Parkway. They hold up the lights. One day I ran through it. He was like, "Shorty," I'm like, "I gotta pick my daughter up. I'm sorry. Like, this is what crazy moms do." And the I saw a whole bunch of Hispanics doing it, but they lasted like one light, and it looked like they was going straight over West Baltimore. And the crazy thing, I'm like, where else could they be going? Yeah, they was going over West Baltimore. I seen them on 83, and I seen them going through like 33rd area up there by the subway, 33rd and Charles Street. So they was probably going through like, they was going to go over the bridge, like where you get to that Burger King and you could go Drew Hill, or yeah, they was probably going that way. So I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't have no, all I could do is plug in on social media. If I see like Bike Life is one of the social medias, like I try to like stay cool with, like, hey, not really talking, but like liking and just letting them know I'm there, whatever. And I'm like, I don't know if these guys know what's happening. I always look at things like, if a whole bunch of Hispanic chicas was like coming up to my hood, like I wouldn't be like, oh hey y'all. Like I'm always just gonna think like, I'm gonna have my A and then my B is gonna be in the back and the C gonna be tough. You feel me? Like I'm never just gonna always think, oh yeah, kumbaya. Now let's do TikToks and let's do shows together. I'm always going to think about infiltration. I'm always going to be thinking about somebody taking over because the agenda, the mindset of these people are like that. It's not community. It's community with their community. But 9 times out of 10, we've seen in history when they come to your community, they're coming to take it over, bitch. They're not coming to. When the fuck in any history book have you seen any foreigners come and just come and kumbaya with each other? Is always a takeover. So I don't understand why black people is just so fucking, even to this day, yo, like the history shows us. And then what type of black people were you? Were you the revolutionary kind or the kind that sell people out? Because I feel like in your genetic code, like the things that trigger you are is in your history, like your it happened in many lives, like you know what I'm saying. And if you don't have a bone in your body to give a fuck about some of this shit, then it's already letting me know that you ain't even coded for this shit. You're not coded for a revolution. Like it did not take half them kids when the Freddie Gray or whatever. What was it? It was when it was the Mondawmin, and then they had the brain shit from the supersonic boom from the other truck, and that was being recorded from the UK sources, not WB. All these motherfuckers up here. Them kids, they didn't need a motherfucker to say, "Hey, get up, do this." Whether they was mind controlled by sonic booms or not, they used that energy and went after their target. Right? They was not letting up. They had them police officials backing the fuck up. So I don't want to hear it. Those kids are revolutionary, and that's what they scared of. That's why they trying to demonize them and turn every fucking kid into a baddie or something like that, or have them fighting each other. And when you see these people that have leadership, but they using it to mislead or make us use our energy towards each other, yo, they not good for us. They're not good for us because I'm seeing it. Like they not good for us. The friendships that was, they breaking friendships up. The front, with love and friendship come tribe and community, and together we stronger. So why break it? It's like the petty dumb shit. And yo, environmental and utility infrastructure. Major upgrades are underway for water and wastewater treatment, including 161 million rehabilitation of the Back River WWTP. And that's crazy because right now the Potomac River is, I think it's the Potomac River, is has been it's like it's infiltrated sewage, like millions of pounds of sewage spilt in the water, and I have not yet to hear Maryland say shit about it. Not nothing. I know that Virginia and New York, they've given out warnings to their states. I haven't heard Maryland say shit. So, and then we also have city planning frameworks with Master Plan 2030 in the Baltimore County focuses on retrofitting suburban areas for higher density and walkability, while our Baltimore acts as the city's comprehensive plan for the next decade. What the fuck? So basically, Master Plan in Baltimore County focuses on retrofitting suburban areas. What the fuck is that? See, they use words that are so to add a component or accessory to something that did not have it when manufactured. So they're retrofitting. And with that retrofitting, because I know in the county, the buses run slower, stores close earlier, walks are longer depending on where you have to go. It's not like in the city where you could just go to the why every time I go out of this and come back like it's new shit. It's not in the city where you can get to a corner store, right? So I feel like they're trying to make this is where the 15-minute city start in the county. I don't know. Like this, everything is gonna be fucked. They got smart cities in the Baltimore city, and in the like the smarter cities for like transportation, and then the county is probably going to be like where all the where the people that they want, like, in the smart cities. So let me get they'll have okay, let me just explain them. Okay, downtown will be like the transportation hub, like where you could go in and out of Baltimore. Where they'll also come up and implement, like they'll do all the groundwork for the things that's the development that's coming up into the cities, and all of the bourgeoisies, the elite will probably hang in the city, and the people that, let's say, certain children, certain groups of people, and even I've the homeless populations, experimentation. You have to remember that's close to John Hopkins. That's close to our subway. The subway, the John Hopkins, all of that stuff is sketchy research. They're doing a lot of research about traffic and stuff. Everything is being done there. Okay. Excuse me. So you will have people like doctors, the nobility of Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Almost like living in the cities, living in these areas, and then the people that are the working class, the common folk or whatever, they're gonna change and develop the counties into these 15-minute cities that has everything we need in each area, like a hospital, like a grocery store, maybe entertainment. But I'm seeing them put up these big buildings. Like in the city, they got Bazzuto. In the county, they got Yard 50 or Yard 44 or whatever. And they'll probably have Yard 1, 2, whatever, all over. And that is what this is meaning. So the transportation will be like deliberately um, going to certain areas and controlled by technology. Now, because there will be free AI, a free Wi-Fi, we cannot reduce the fact that everything will need it, including us, because by 2030, more people will have they will have signed up, accepted the fact that, oh, this is happening. Let me become a AI hybrid. Like they will be more willing to get into these spaces and merge with them because of the conveniency, because of the luxury of doing certain things, the perks that come along with it. And then the persuasion. You have people that are already in these industries that are making this transhuman movement something now. Like we have transhuman along with the exposure of the Jeffrey Epstein files. Okay? All of this stuff that we've seen on TV relates to us on the lower levels. It does. Everything that I talk about definitely relates to us. I'm never going to talk about something that doesn't relate to us and not piece it all together. Okay? I'm never going to do that. Everything's going to always tie together. Now, I'm going to go into the plan, since every time I go on here and ask what happened, blah, 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 they change it. So I'm going to go on and read a little of the 2030 master plan. This is crazy, y'all. Come on now. Now we want to disappear. Let's go back. I'm going to have to go back. Open it. Okay. The 2030 master plan. This is for Baltimore County. So if you are in Baltimore County, this is for you. It's just not for the city. This is how they're going to use the county and the city to work together, which is why I'm seeing all of these different trucks, Baltimore Johnson Controls and all of those companies. They are definitely involved in what's happening across Baltimore City and Baltimore County. The trucks that I'm seeing that are in the county, I see in the city too. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is that? Why is Johnson Controls out here? What does Johnson control? There's another company that is a part of this shit too, that is a control company. I've even seen highway or traffic control, and I have not posted that video yet because I've never seen anything like it. I looked up the company. they're supposed to be controlling traffic around areas of accidental sites. So if there was an accident and then their crew had to come up, or construction sites, I'm sorry. So if there was a construction site and you got people doing the work, they're supposed to control the traffic so it won't come near and risk hitting the people doing construction. But I had never seen these people around any type of construction. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? It's weird. You're controlling traffic in a different way. But of course, on the website, it says something different. It says something that is more acceptable to us, but I just feel like it's not what it is. So, Baltimore County Council statement on Master Plan 2030, which is the comprehensive planning document that charts a course for future development and growth in Baltimore County throughout the next decade and beyond. The plan informs the guides and the decisions of county agencies and elected officials on several foundational aspects of county government, including land use, transportation, open space, agriculture, community facilities, historic preservation, housing, economic development, and quality of life. So if you have any land in Baltimore County, I would suggest you produce allodial titles like meow, because they're coming for your land. It also serves as a guide for the development of the county's 6-year capital improvement program. Now, I want to know who the developers were, who make these. Oh, okay. So on here, we have Pat Young, District 1, Wade Koch, District 3. I wonder if District 6. Oh, yeah, Mike Erdell. Oh, Todd Crandall is on here too. So Todd, now this is fun. This is going to be funny. District 7, Todd Crandall, because I've been in touch with Todd Crandall's district so many times last year to bring up certain situations about parking in the neighborhood. Even though it's a residential neighborhood and it's free parking, so they say, and they are aware of all of the things that's happened. Let's see what they say about parking. Or maybe they didn't give a fuck about anything that was happening in Baltimore County because they knew this was happening. So now this is a way to let me know how these people are really fucking thinking. I skipped past some of that stuff. So all of our district councilmen had something to do with making a decision. And in fact, wow. Okay. So now I know when I'm being played with. We're about to see just how much I was being played with, and any other person that was trying to contact their district councilman in order to bring awareness to a problem going on in their community, and they did shit. They did absolutely nothing, or they passed us the other way. So let's see exactly what the fuck they're trying to implement into the counties, right? Without us even knowing. But they understand that many of us, because of circumstances, suffer. So I don't even want to know. If you want to know about the table of contents, the introduction, the elements, how the plan is used, commonly used terms and acknowledgments list, you can go on to baltimorecounty.gov and look for Master Plan 2031. Okay. So the growth framework, I'm just going to read down the list. Urban, rural, demarcation line. So I guess and this is probably the reason why how do you say it? Redistributed the territories. Like they redid the territories. You know what I'm saying? Like they changed. So like they made more or less of an area, Baltimore County or Glen Burnie or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I think Trump did that around the United States, because some people was complaining that their state wasn't a southern state anymore. You guys pay attention to that, because this goes in with development and ownership. This is how they're going to try to get ownership over certain parts of the land. If they are yo, this is so crazy. It's slime ball, yo. It's like the census, but they're doing it with like the sections. You know what I'm saying? Like he redeveloped what with the north and the south looks like. So I'm pretty sure with those redevelopments, you have to all I can say to get around all this shit Get your hands on your titles. Get the allodial titles. Get a title that, get the ultimate title of your shit now. Now. Baltimore County, if you have anything, get your fucking ducks in a row now. There will be a lot of people losing their houses, losing their land because they are not paying attention to what's going on. And they think that, oh, these people are getting fucked over. Ha 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 ha. No, they're coming for everybody. They are fucking coming, okay? Good thing I don't own shit but my car. You know what I'm saying? God, he blessed me. You feel me? And my well. All right. So, urban rural demarcation line. And I didn't even read past the sentence. Okay, let's get into it. Residential development capacity. So this is gonna let you know. I'm assuming how many people can live in your residential development. Now I don't know if this is just by the building in itself or the area, but even that lets me know that it's screaming control. Like what the fuck? You're telling me how many people can live? The capacity. This is not a nightclub. This is a residence or residential development. You know what I'm saying? Like wow. Which okay, if they had that in this area now, we wouldn't have parking spot problems. So that could be a good or a bad thing, but I feel like because now, okay, let me get this right. So what they've done, right? They've oversaturated certain areas. So some of this will look like, ooh, this is a great thing for them to come and give us residential development capacity because we're oversaturated. But for people that have always been living with the regular amount of people around them, you know what I'm saying? They don't have a problem. But because there's an outpour, people like, oh yeah, we're oversaturated. Get these people away. Now they could come into the territories that didn't have the spaces that was oversaturated and fuck with their population. They could decrease their population because the decrease of a population means that someone, a predator, can come and control that population. You get what I'm saying? That's crazy. Okay, so methodology. So they'll have a reason, a rhyme to their madness. A new approach to growth. So they want to change your mindset. Place types. They want to tell you the different types of places. Land use processes, development processes, water resource elements. So they're telling you why they're using the land, why they're using. And this to me is like a guide into your fucked future. Oh yeah, we're just gonna take your land and use it because we need to have a showcase for our big event that's coming up starring 50 Cent. Like, are you kidding me? You're using my fucking land for this shit? Yeah, that's what we're doing, bitch. So it's almost like in the movies when they tell you, oh, leave the world behind. They tell you, nope. They tell you the tethers are coming and shit, right? And then you start to see it 5 years later. This is what's happening. It's predictive programming, but they have it already planned out. So I'm like, when the fuck did they sit down and make a plan about 2030? When did they do that? That's crazy as fuck to know. That is already in this guide. And guess how many pages it is? 365 fucking pages. And this is probably like a ritual or a spell in itself. They have a fucking page for every day of the year. This is fucking insane, yo. Like they're playing on us. 2031. 2031. Okay? The vision, the framework. And mind you, this is from people. Now, I want you to understand that even though you see people bickering and fighting and going back and forth in the media, we have to remember this is a world stage. If the governments do it, trust and believe other people do it too. But we're talking about the government. So the government is doing it, right? Don't you think that they all are going to agree once this 2031 plan is implemented? Like they're going to show you, oh yeah, we're disagreed. They're liberals. All these motherfuckers want to live with AI and like liberal or not, nigga. Like, yo, they're going to want to do it. Come on now. They're going to want to do it. A religion does not, a religion, I'm going to stick with that. But I meant to say a political favor does not control your ultimate decisions, right? Now, it's almost like if I was a Republican and you're a liberal, do we both like dick? Like if I'm a Republican woman, you're a liberal woman, do you like dick or not? Like we both like dick, right? Like that's the same thing. It's like you at the end of the day, we might fight over, oh, he's mine, he's mine, he's mine. But at the end of the day, we all like dick. So it's like, why the fuck are we appeasing this shit when at the end of the day, they all want they all want control. They all want the AI. They might not agree with the little this and that, and that's to distract them because you could have kept that fucking argument at the State of the Union or whatever. Don't show that to me. And now you get in the people with these egos that's easy to tether, these fish loop egos where I can stick my fish hook in your loop and you're just gonna come over here and eat up the sauce because you really love the way I argue. You really love the way I talk to these white people. But guess what? We all like dick at the end of the day. Like, you know me. So community engagement data, phase 1 story map results. They got community engagement data, phase 2 meeting note results. Wow. Theme, goals, and metrics table, commonly used terms, resolution. Then there's the appendix with the framework and the vision framework. So I'm really excited to look into this. I'm gonna read a little bit of this, but again, if you want to go and find out what this the master plan 2031 is, I would suggest you just go on BaltimoreCity.gov. Hold up, let me make sure that is exactly where I was at. Yeah, it's Baltimore County, Maryland. It's Baltimore County MD.gov. Master Plan 2. So let me open this with my notes so I can go and get the real directions to this. Master Plan 2030. I keep saying 2031. That's why I need the real shit. Okay. So you would go on www.baltimorecountymd.gov. You'll see Master Plan 2030. It's a 365 page PDF. You can print it out or just stay on the website and read it, okay? Now, I'm going to get into the purpose of this. I'm just going to read a couple of pages just to let you know this shit is real. The AI powered all this shit that all the white people that, well, it is happening. Them cocky white motherfuckers. Yeah, it probably all happened in the development of Epstein Island. I would not be surprised because these people already know this shit is happening. Like it's already planned. Master Plan 2030 provides an opportunity for a creative range of possibilities in design and planning process. It provides an opportunity. While this is an innovative endeavor, it is also a challenging one, as communities have been asked to look past immediate concerns. Look past your concerns, bitch. Don't be concerned. We're only trying to trap you and turn you into AI food. And instead evaluate options for how best to proceed as a country over the next 10 years. Oh, not only do you just not worry about it, figure out how you're going to survive. Like, figure out how you're going to survive with this coming, because it's coming, whether you like it or not, okay? That's basically what they're saying. Don't be concerned, because before long, you won't have concern to be concerned. You won't feel the concern. You won't have the ability to have concern. You'll be AI. So until we get there, just figure out how you're gonna get there. Okay, that's all. Just go with the flow, and we're gonna help you. We're gonna give you big back recipes and fights and all of these things to distract you. We're gonna make you overweight and all of these things. So and very gullible. Okay, you want pills? You want injections? Once adopted, the master plan is used to inform decisions on land use. So once they got your ass in a Ford Nelson triple jack jipper. I don't know. Now we gonna tell you, bitch, how we gonna use the land, ho, and the transportation, the open spaces, the agriculture, the community facilities, the historic preservation. Bitch, we gonna tell you if we gonna preserve that shit. The housing, the economic development, and quality of life, bitch. So if we don't want you to have a good quality, you will only have 50% good quality of life. You won't have to live in a house, bitch. Go live in a cell. This is yo, I want you to understand. I'm just reading it like this, just because it's like, yo, this is how it's written. It's like if I was a white comedian or a comedian of the reptilian race to read this to the fucking audience, like, yeah, that's how we read it. And the audience that loves this shit, they would be cracking the fuck up. Like they would be like gleating ketchup from, I don't know, like I'm telling you. Related to land use, the master plan does not change zoning. Changes to Baltimore County zoning regulations take place during the comprehensive zoning map process, which occurs on a 4-year cycle, during which time the county's official zoning map is adopted by the Baltimore County Council. During the CZMP, the county zoning map process, the county reviews the zoning map and considers requests for changing to the zoning classification of individual properties. The county council has the sole legislative authority to determine the zoning classification of a property. So this would, this is like business owners, watch out. Those business owners on the city county line, y'all better watch out. Y'all know what comes with the city and county, the fees, the fines, the different sanctions, the regulations and rules and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it just might mean you having to sell your business. Who knows? Because these people are tricky. They work with each other to create these fucking obstacles to so that you'll be fucked. And then the average black person, they get angry and don't have the education to understand what to do next. And then that's when shit just hit the fan. So to properly understand what's happening and be ahead of 10 steps ahead before it gets there is like the way to go. That's what we doing, best buds. Okay. So I really, really look forward to my numbers going up on these videos. I do these videos specifically for my best buds, especially Baltimore and anybody else who want to hop on the Mary Jane train. Okay. So I'm gonna need y'all to start sharing my shit. Stop putting this shit out, because there's no way only 8 people supposed to know about my previous video, which has some great information in it, some Baltimore businesses in it. How was only 8 people knowing about that? Like, come on now. All right. Now, Section 32402A of the Baltimore County Code indicates that development shall conform to the master plan and any adopted community plans. The purpose of the Master Plan 2030 is to encourage and even incentivize growth and development within those areas deemed most suitable for retrofitting core retrofit areas. And we learned that the retrofitting is basically determining how many people can fit into a development. So again, the purpose of the master plan is to encourage and even incentivize growth and development within those zone areas deemed most suitable for retrofitting. So they're even going to incentivize areas that they feel is good for retrofitting. Now, let's say you already live in an overly condensed, overly populated area, and they incentivize your area to be retrofitted. How good or bad is that for you? It might be good for them, but they don't have to live there, especially when they talk about, oh, it's public parking. You can't put a chair in your space, this, that, or the other. Like what? However, growth and development may occur anywhere within the URDL and in certain areas outside the URDL where zoning would permit. Incentivize growth in certain areas does not mean growth outside of those areas is inconsistent with the Master Plan 2030. It is also important to note that throughout the master plan, graphics have been added for illustrative purposes only. They are intended to convey a general approach or character rather than an obligation to a specific outcome. Additionally, all plans which were adopted as amendments to Master Plan 2020 are included in Master Plan 2030 and are incorporated to the extent they are not in conflict with the growth framework. After Master Plan 2030 is adopted, any change to the plan must be made legislatively by council, county council. What I wanted to do, I wanted to go on real quick and share my live while I'm in the middle of this. Mm-hmm. Mine is the best. Right. That's what I was trying to do. I'm going live. Live. Okay, hold up. Shit. Okay. Shit. All right. Yeah. All right. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, whoa, whoa, it's magic. You know. Be more petty. I don't know. All right. Here. So, there go some groups. Monetization. Add a product link. Okay. Man. Um, maybe I can do like my TikTok. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to come back here. I gotta literally start doing this like every freaking time. I As a single mom, this is the part that I don't want to do. But because you guys are here, I'm going to do it with you and for myself as well. Because trust me, I just opened this thing out the box detector. And I was. My product link is here. Hidden camera detector. Why isn't it not letting me put it in there? Oh no, because it's TikTok? Okay, well, fuck you. And let me just post that. Okay. So, all right. Like I was saying, I just needed more people to. Why every time I get on here, like they want to corrupt us so bad. They want to corrupt me from reading this PDF file so freaking bad, y'all. Okay. So let's get into we know the purpose because they want to change everything for everyone. They just told us like, don't worry about it. Just figure out how you're going to get through this. Now the plan is focused on issues that affect the quality of life. But you guys couldn't run a person down the block, and help us to create parking spots because a lot of the residents are suffering in the parking spot space. Like I'm not understanding that, but yet you're putting down a plan to tell us that you're going to improve the life for us. Whose life are you improving? And if you don't know, I'm reading a plan, the master plan for Baltimore for 2030. Okay. Now, also, it says it's building on ideas and input from community and stakeholders, guided by an integrated approach of addressing the county's future physical growth by engaging all agencies. Now, this is crazy. And this is, again, like I said, I saw Councilman Seven Crandall up there, right? And I'm going to let you see what they have. Well, you can't really see exactly, but along one of these panels here, one of these little tabs, it says that it provides, um, damn, what was I just reading? It provides a vision and strategies for land use decisions and growth. And then also it helps for people to engage to have a better quality of life. But yet, this is signed and created by the same councilmen that have heard residents speak about public parking issues on their block last year. I know last year, me and my community was definitely hitting up Crandall all the time. And I've even emailed all the other district men that told me to go to Crandall. So it's so crazy that they know about this, but yet they don't give a fuck. You know why? Because this was already implemented. They already knew that this was going to be implemented for Baltimore County and Baltimore City alike. Now, will this plan, it says, will reflect the ideas of Baltimore County Enterprise Strategic Plan. So now we need to start looking into what that Baltimore County Enterprise Strategic Plan is. Because let me tell you, what I feel is that they are going to turn this into 15-minute cities. If you look at every community in Baltimore County, it is separated. It's not like this the cities, okay? In the cities, they're going to use them as like the control, like the control rooms of the AI powered cities. Now, we just heard they're going to do West Baltimore. West Baltimore is the one that's really under attack right now, okay? Now, with West Baltimore and downtown, that's going to be like the control variable because the county is so separated. This is where they need to create these 15-minute cities because everything is separated. You can't, you got to go through highways and things like that versus in the city, you can walk across the street next door, whatever, and get to where you need. So, what they're going to do is take advantage of the fact that we have to travel, right? And they're going to make it seem convenient to bring all of these things together that are nearby. Oh, grocery store, you can walk right across the street. Oh, supermarket, right around the corner. I mean, that's the same thing. Hospital, right around the corner. Oh, you need to go to school? Well, 2 streets over. Things like that is going to seem so convenient. But when you realize that you don't have a reason to go out of your city and it becomes more of a control, and believe me, the cities are going to be within miles of each other, but you won't have a reason to leave unless you visit somebody. But according to what they are saying here, they even want to restrict the capacity of what a community can hold. Do you understand the control that they're trying? That's almost like saying, okay, you live in Cherry Hill, only 5,000 people can live in Cherry Hill. We're not a club. This was Earth the last fucking time I checked. What the fuck is happening? Now, this is what, like, my spidey sense has been up. I swear to gosh. But this plan is letting me know that everything I've been feeling is real. I just need the people to understand what's happening. All the people that keep asking questions. Why are these people here? Why is this happening? Guess what? They've had a plan. All our councilmen sat down and signed this shit for a whole renovation packet for Baltimore County and city. Okay. So if you want to know who's working on the city, I don't know, find the city plan. But I didn't know that this was going to come up just looking for average information. Okay. Now let's get a little bit more into this. What they think a vibrant community is. Okay. Remember, a part of the New World Order is for them to get society in perpetual balance with for 500 million people. We have 8.6 billion people in the world. They want the whole world to consist of 500 million people. So a vibrant community is going to be ensuring that all residents have access to high quality, accessible, and affordable housing, cultural and recreational opportunities in safe communities while promoting responsible economic development. What do you think that means? Well, first of all, being as though they don't look at everyone as being the same, we have to understand that there are three different hierarchies when we're living in a dragon kingdom. Okay. Now, I just now got that information from reading an old manuscript, but basically, you have the elite, you have the nobility, and you have the commoners. Now, when you're a commoner, how equal do you think equality can be? How luxurious do you think life can be for a commoner person? I'm trying to look for the words that they were using and what I it's not going to be. So the things that they're telling you, it seems glitz and glamour, but when you understand that these people operate in hierarchy and you're at the bottom of that shit, then you will. This is fancy words for getting you in a room with people that are like you in a controllable space. Now factor that in with AI controlled technology. Okay, it's called the Beastly World Order. The dragon wages war against the bride, the marriage covenant of Mashiach. The dragon also controls all the kingdoms of his world through three estates or orders: the clergy, the nobility, and the commoners. This authoritarian order is called a beast. Now, the clergy is going to be your presidents, your state councilmen, your mayors, the people that have positions of power that relate to the commonwealth of the population. The nobility is going to be people like the celebrities, these people that got these huge platforms, the basketball players, the people that have influence over regular people because they come right up under the clergy who appoint them to us. All right. And then you have the commoners, which is us, the people that they're just born into regular society. They would look at us as slaves, as less than. And when you understand these hierarchies, then you will understand, like, yo, none of this stuff is going to be beneficial for a commoner. When they're looking at you like that, what makes you think their idea of equality and standard living or whatever they were saying is going to be a great thing for people like us? This is why they have the county plans and they have the city plans. Now, the city plans, they want to take the city back. If you haven't noticed, the city is like the mothership. Now, we've seen over the course of time that the world in itself, that the world, when you take a bird's eye view, it looks like a motherboard. The city is the hot spot for that. And this is why they want to take the city back. All the tech heads, they want to take that shit back. And so the city is going to be like where the implementing, where all of that stuff is, and the county is going to be where the commoners are pushed. Not to say nobility or the other ones won't be living amongst them, but for the most part, that is how it's going to be. So when they throw things in your face like, oh, we're going to have this and that, I never think of that as too good. It's like a fucking distraction. It's a fucking distraction, okay? So the equity. Did they take away equal equity opportunities out of jobs or what? So why the fuck do you think they're gonna have them in your neighborhoods, right? So they're using this word as equity for number two of a what the master plan looks like and what equity, sustainability, and vibrant communities look like. So equity, being inclusive in our decision making, ensuring equitable distribution of resources, and creating opportunity for all. Who the fuck is making the decisions? Because if that was the case, we all should have been at the table when this plan was created. But it's not. We should have all been at the table because this means our life. And I'm sorry, I don't like when people make decisions about my life for me that absolutely have nothing to do with my life. This is why my life has always been felt like it's been controlled. I need everybody else to feel the same way. Sustainability, ensuring the long term sustainability of the county's public and internal government infrastructure and safeguarding the county's ecology and climate. So they're going to protect their governmental infrastructure no matter what, right? That's letting you know that they didn't say the sustainability of the communities, they said the sustainability of the government infrastructure. So even if the people was to come against them, they're going to sustain themselves. Whatever they're doing now is to maintain stability in the new world order. I want you to understand that. Number three is scary as fuck. Okay. Now, six guiding principles identified in the Sustaining Places Best Practices for Comprehensive Plans, published by the American Planning Association, reinforce Baltimore County's vision for 2030 and serve as this plan's overall goals: livable built environment, harmony with nature, resilient economy, excuse me, responsible regionalism, inclusive planning, and healthy community. They express and reinforce the major concerns Master Plan 2030 seeks to address. The livable built environment ensures that all elements of the built environment, including land use, transportation, housing, energy, and infrastructure, work together to provide sustainable green place for living, working, and recreation with a high quality of life. There's nothing that's going to be green infrastructure if it's powered by AI. That's what I'm confused. That's why I'm like, yo, everyone that is participating in this probably will be like some type of bots or droids or something. 2030 is 4 years from now, in fact. So in 4 years, things are going to change. Like, how can things, it don't even go together. Like, green cars in green, like, it just don't go together for me. It don't. Harmony with nature. What did I say? Oh my God. To have humans in perpetual harmony with nature. And then it says harmony with nature. Yo, this is the Georgia Guidestones, but it's in the Baltimore County Gov. And look up, don't just think it's for Baltimore County either. This is for your city and state too, regardless of where you are. Look up the infrastructure plans for your state. Look up the future infrastructure plans for your city and state. And lo and behold, you will be able to find what these people are working on around you. This is the reason why I felt it in traffic. I knew it was a change. And today, when I decided to look it up and find these plans, they're set in stone and they're implementing them. I'm right. So, what I need you to do, whatever city or state, I already know that it's happening in your city and state. I got confirmation from other people on TikTok. Go and find your plan and find out what the fuck they trying to do. Because at the end of the day, I told you, they want to make sure that you are laying down with hand in handcuffs with your butt open. Like, they want to get your ass they want to go up your butt dry. That's what they trying to do, yo. Like, we need to power up fast. Okay? When I see harmony in nature that gives Georgia Guidestones, I will never forget that first fucking Guidestone. I never will forget it. And now number two says harmony with nature. Ensure that the contributions of natural resources to human well-being are explicitly recognized and valued, and that maintaining their health is a primary objective. Like, I want to see, you know what? I want to see what the fuck the plan was before 2030. Like, what was the plan before 2030? And I'm going to read that shit because our health is not a fucking, like, this is how you know this is bullshit. And whatever health they talking about is not the health of a human or something that was naturally created because you guys do not give a fuck about our health. And you talking about to explicitly recognize and value the maintain is a primary objective. Like, fucking please. What does this mean? Once we're AI powered, you're gonna make sure our AI health and yeah, if we're gonna have um free fucking AI, like free Wi-Fi, I guarantee you, yo, this has absolutely nothing about food. Nothing. Reasonable regionalism. Ensure that all local proposals account for connect with the support the plans of adjacent jurisdictions and the surrounding region. Ensure that all local proposals account for, connect with, and support the plans of adjacent jurisdictions and the surrounding region. So if you wanted to like, okay, open up a spa and you wanted to put it in a certain region, if this is not conducive to a region that's like a jailed region, like this region is for people that are bad people, and we're going to keep them over here. Trying to put a spa in this region, and 2/3 of the spa would tap into this war zone region where we want everybody to be like getting beat up and controlled. We can't have you create this here. Like you have to pick a new region. Like that is how it's gonna be. And that's gonna make opening businesses and creativity so much harder because now they're making and let me tell you something. Yo, this is giving me the same, yo, that's what they've already did it with Grubhub. I don't know if DoorDash and all of those other places they copy the same infrastructure, like the same kind of strategy as all the other apps, but they've done it with Grubhub. Before, when I was a Grubhub, before all these, they let all these tethers come over here to the United States. I would sit and do Grubhub any fucking where, West Baltimore, East Baltimore, county, the city. I don't care where I was. I could cut my app on and make money. And when I went to Florida, I could make money. Like all I had, that was the only territory I had to call and be like, Grubhub, I'm in Florida. I need you to change my thing so I can make some money. And they did it. I never had to call for territories in my own city. Now they let all these tethers come and doing Grubhub and shit. Now you got to work in the territory. If you out of your territory, then they won't allow you to pick up no job. Like you won't get a Grubhub if you out of that district. And I've called Grubhub a couple times and fussed at their ass because you will send me out of my district to make a delivery, even though I picked up in my district. And now I got to go back out of my district. I mean, out of this district back into mine so that I can pick up again. This the same shit they doing right now. This district shit is the same thing that they doing. So if you win, let's say certain things allowed in one district and you grew up, you from this district and you go to another district or something and do it. Let's say pluck a cigarette. You smoke cigarettes in your district, they might let you. You go to another district, pluck a cigarette and get a $5,000 fine, or you get arrested. It's that kind of thing. So laws are going to be a lot more. It's going to be easier to get in trouble because they're going to make it all of this district shit and sizing it down is more for control and more to be able to implement those certain things and get people trapped the fuck up. Ensure that the community is prepared to deal with both positive and negative changes in its economic health and to initiate sustainable urban development and redevelopment strategies that foster green business growth and build resilience on local assets. Bitch, what? Yo, do you know what that means? So you live in the city, right? You in the urban development area, right? We're gonna open this up. We're gonna open this Bazzuto Homes. Let's just use Bazzuto Homes, right? And these types of places, these spaces, is the space that I feel like is where the purge going to happen. Once they get all of these different people, different incomes, different mindsets in these buildings and shit, is when the purge is going to happen, and then they can lock you in and all this shit. So it's saying that regardless if you live in the city, right? Regardless of what we put here, you gonna like it or not. You like it or not. I don't care if it's negative or positive. You gonna like it or not. Especially when it benefits the redevelopment of in the redevelop. All right, especially when it benefits us, the green business growth in urban development and redevelopment in your spaces. Like it or not, bitch, I don't give a fuck. It's gonna happen. We're gonna come to your urban space and we're gonna redevelop and develop things there, regardless if you like it or not, because it's on the back of green sustenance. So regardless if it's good for your kids or not, negative or positive, you're gonna love it. You're no, I'm not saying you are. I'm saying bitch love it or I don't give a fuck. That's your choice on how you want to deal with it. Whether you want to be stressed out or not is gonna happen in your development. Also, um, this is crazy. Responsible regionalism. Ensure that all local proposals, okay, we read that. Inclusive planning. Ensure fairness and equity in providing for the housing services, health, safety, and livelihood needs of all citizens and groups. Now, fairness and equity in providing for the housing services, health, safety, and livelihood needs of all citizens and groups, which is great. That sounds good. Inclusive planning. But what listen to the areas that they are developing. West Baltimore, you guys are developing West Baltimore, right? And you want to include inclusive planning into that. Do you know how poverty stricken you guys create obstacles in that area? How much drugs and violence that you create in that area, and then you want to tell me you're gonna make inclusive planning? That planning ain't gonna be good for them people. You want to create inclusive planning when it surrounds their housing, the services they receive, the health and safety. When this is apps that already take advantage of the people being West Baltimoreans. I've lived over East and I've lived over West, and I've used apps in the East Baltimore and the West Baltimore. The apps that I use in the East Baltimore, West Baltimore give me discounts, they give me options, all of that shit. Same apps I use over West Baltimore for their stores, they charge more, they restrict the options, all of that. And if we just going by that within itself, which even though it's an app to the store, it's connected to tech. Okay, the same developers of these people that's implementing these master plans. And you mean to telling me that they're not going to be at a huge disadvantage? This is not for their detriment. Okay, I just want you to look at that. And I'm not even going to go in a lot further because some of the after this little bit, I'm gonna let y'all think on this shit. I want y'all to really, really think about it because, you know, the more we go into day by day, this is why we having these things that help us sit down. It's things, we being sold out and all types of things, and a lot of y'all don't have a defense against anything. You don't know what this. It's like you're wavering. Like, yo, this is the time to not be wavering about shit. This is the time to have your feet, both feet planted. Know what you stand for. Know what you don't stand for. Know what you don't accept. Like, if you was never 10 toes with your beliefs and everything, this is the very perfect time to be that way. To cut motherfuckers off that give you an inkling of, oh, I can't trust them. All that shit. This is the very time to keep your information to yourself, to help people to repent, to join, to get with your soul tribe. This is the very motherfucking time, yo. Because I'm telling you, when the shit hit the fan, is they trying to come where your hands is behind your back, your butt is in the air, and it's wide open. These motherfuckers love to catch you unprepared. And this is what they're banking on. And this is why they have people that have a little bit of clout, some exposure and shit. They going around and they're fucking with, like, I now that I look at it, right, when I look at what happened with the riots, they just keep coming back in my mind. And how all them young West Side kids activated. They was throwing rocks, like that shit was on the news. They stood up for themselves, right? That was the test. Now you got people like Natty Nuns and all these people going around to that same population of people, going around and making them fight each other and making them be baddies and making it like, yo, what the fuck? This is the wrong time to be baddies and fighting your friends and all that. When the fuck we got shit like this happening? Y'all can fight, we know it. So use it, fight against this. Like the shit that they got y'all fighting over. Oh, she looked at me wrong. Gal, you looked at me wrong, gal. Like it's wasted energy. It's fucking wasted. Like all that shit. I would have shot a bitch. I feel Tommy. Like with that part, because it's like how much I can't say shit. Like I'm always got to be on edge because I can't say shit without somebody wanting to fight. Sit your fragile ass the fuck down and listen to some shit, and maybe you won't be so weak in emotions. Because people gonna say shit you don't like. The fuck? They're going to. What you gonna fight everybody? You're gonna be in a nursing home one day or somewhere where somebody gotta take care of you one day if you make it to that age. And you better hope you change your fucking ways. And it's like, yo, you these are they get into the people young, the very same people that had that mindset of you coming to our community, yo, we sticking up together. They seen that and motherfucking weak bitches wanna infiltrate that shit. They want to infiltrate that. I just want y'all youngins to know how powerful you are. I've seen that little weak rapper talk about YNs. We need to get rid of them. Like, bitch, if you don't get your ass on, your weak ass on, like, no, we don't need to get rid of no fucking YNs. We need to just stop calling them that and call them young kings and let them know how special the fuck they is and how many predators we got out here that's trying to play on the strength of their ass and deter them before they even find their own power. You teach them the right shit. Y'all bitch niggas, like I swear I hate that shit. I used to tell my son that. There's always gonna be a bitch nigga that's jealous as shit, that don't have nothing going for him, that's gonna try to deter you from your own purpose. And a lot of y'all is kings and queens that have not been crowned yet, okay? I want y'all to understand that shit. So I don't give a fuck what you went through. A lot of the times we go through things because we strong enough to get through them and we can help other people get through that shit. Don't let the things you went through wear you. Like don't wear that scarlet letter on your chest and be like, oh yeah, I'm this, I'm that. But see, you got people like Stunner Girl. I just saw. Oh yeah, I was a hoe. I've been a hoe, and this is it's like the same. And honestly, that looked like Sweetie in a Mask to me. But because she calling herself a hoe, now it's gonna be a lot of more girls like, oh yeah, I'm a hoe. I like that. Like, yo, stop. You want to be a hoe? Get slapped by a motherfucking that you fighting for your neighborhood. Then, okay, let him be a hoe for that or something. Like, stand for some shit, bitch. Instead of dicks flying across your face and STDs. Because at the end of the day, I have not had sex in almost 2 years, and so very glad. Like, I would not even want to be out here with these dusty fuckers. Fucking, they fucking their hands to a Doug. They don't give a fuck. They fucking more shit than what they used to back in the day when I used to be out there. So, we got to implement these things. So I just want you to understand that we are very powerful people. It depends on where you put in that power, what you pushing out, what you labeling yourself, what you accepting people to call you, all of these things. But I'm gonna let you know we need every last one of us. We need y'all. We need y'all. The collective that's trying to change to make it better, the collective that's trying to build upon death and decay and degeneration, the collective that's trying to reinvent the will and create a future. We need the ones that's going to come with us to make it better. And I don't give a fuck if you was called a YN and you did this and you did that and you did this. I never believed y'all was YN. Y'all was misguided young kings, okay? And sometimes it might be the guy that's supposed to crown you that's straying you from your purpose, that's straying you from your throne. So your discernment is needed, your visual discernment, your context clues is needed to peep shit out. Oh, this happened, that happened too, and this, that. Oh yeah, then this must be happening. They taught us about that in English in when we read like language arts and books and shit. Context clues. Also use your gut discernment. Things are happening and things are happening and you need to have discernment. It's just like this. I looked at I Show Speed. He didn't look the same. I seen him fall off that thing. I feel like he did. I made the video that I don't think it's him anymore. Africans, especially where the fuck he was at in those third world African countries, will probably take that fucking Dorito deal for $5,000 and be happy with it. Versus I Show Speed didn't. Then after I put that I Show Speed out, they did damage control, and now I Show Speed yesterday drops um his African voyage, whatever. So I just think it's so funny, and now that I've see, once my son died, and I see how they use the media and all of these little toys and tricks to play with the masses. Now I'm seeing how even when people say things that carry weight, and maybe, I don't feel like a lot of people see me, but maybe the right people, then they do damage control. So now, after not posting ever since January, he's posted. He's made his post and he's dropped his. He woke up from the dead from that long fall that we saw him, and he posted. And this probably could have been pre-recorded. Who knows? But I've said what I had to say about that shit. I just don't think it's him. This is the reason why I need you guys to have that visual discernment as well, because they could come around your friend group. They could come to people that you know and do the same fucking thing. And if you don't pay attention to, and I observe the people around you and the changes or whatever, they can do the same thing to you. Like, you can be around somebody that's not who they say they are physically and never know because you don't pay attention. Okay? And so the last thing I wanted to talk about today was something that was very, very unfortunate. And I feel like, we've always had a melting pot. Baltimore, Maryland has had a melting pot. But I feel like it was at a certain like, we was cool. We was all together. We was all melting. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't this diversity and hate in the streets with other people coming to your country and being hateful of you. Like, the people that came here actually appreciated being here. We shared a lot of things together. We partied together, great experiences. And I didn't have a nasty taste in my mouth for foreigners until recent. Like, the recent years of whoever these Bidens and whoever let over here, you guys are nasty, filled, nasty, nasty people. God, I'm not blowing my nose. You guys are nasty spirited people, and I feel like along with this infrastructure takeover, you know, that the takeover included these people coming over here and them replacing us. So, this country isn't losing population because along with them leaving, they're sending back people that they've kidnapped, that they've trafficked back to their countries, like an even exchange. And we've heard talk of these even exchanges in when it comes down to we've heard about the even exchanges when it came down to, like, we'll see something like yeah, Brittany, what was that one basketball player, Brittany Renner or something, the one that was like got locked up in another country, and they was like, yeah, we'll take Brittany Renner and you could take this person. Like, in the comments you'll see people playing around like that. So I feel like that's what's really happening on a real level. Like, and before, when I used to have my divination cards, those cards, my index cards with the writing on it that I would write and make messages or whatever, replacing us. This was in 2021, before I became homeless for the second or third time. That kept coming up, replacing us. Like, what? So I strongly have believed that these people come over here and to not make the population look over increased, or because they've made some type of deal where it's person for person, they have been replacing us. This is why, you notice like, whoa, Vicky is fucking she's a celebrity. Like, why is no one in outrage? Like, why is no one trying to get her? Why? Because the deal was made. You know what I'm saying? These are not the only people that can make deals like this. Regular people that came over here, if they could get you and get you on the highway, that's what's happened. And this is what has happened to this girl that I want to talk about. That she's in Pikesville, Maryland. Now, first, let's talk about the Pikesville, Maryland population. I know like white people live out there, and yeah, it's 70% white. But I feel like just like Colombia and all these other spaces, them Hispanics probably living out there. Now they gonna try to say it's 16.6 black people alone, 1.1% American Indian, 5.5%. But in places like Pikesville, Columbia, Maryland, um, like out them areas and shit, is heavy in foreigners. Is heavy. They not reporting that in the census because these foreigners are probably not even on the census yet. Let me see when the census was. This was updated in 2024, so they should be on the census. So it's letting me know that either these people are identifying as white. Oh wait, white alone, race and Hispanic origin, black alone. Where is it? Hispanic or Latino, 4.3. White percent not Hispanic or Latino, 69.1. It's whites, but I'm telling you, like it's a heavy pop, and they probably not even putting it on the census because this was updated in 2025, and it's still saying mostly whites, but is heavy Hispanics in others like African or whatever the fuck they be, because it's the same way when you go out Columbia, Maryland. You don't see regular blacks. Like you go everywhere, you think is you in another country. That's how much they came into the different areas of our cities, like of our the towns of Maryland. Like it's heavily with them out there. Like, and this little girl gets kidnapped named Miracle Namani. And I'm gonna put her picture up there. Miracle Numani, a beautiful black girl, 14 years old. And the day she left is this is the morning she left to go to school. She was smiling really, really hard like this. And she's missing. She lives in Pikesville, Maryland. Now, I want to talk about something. It's the same thing I noticed when I feel like I was going to be trafficked. I was sleeping in my car with my daughter, and we was in the back of the Comfort Inn Hotel off of Joppa Road in Lock Raven in Towson area. And there were two Hispanics that was had Florida tags on their white Jeep, and they was following us around the parking lot, and it was a white truck driver. So from my experience, the truck drivers work with the Hispanic and other people that will do the trafficking, that will do the physical work. They probably put you on the truck or whatever, and next thing you on the truck, next thing you know, you in a shipping container. And then the people that work at the ports can tell you with their experience. So I'm just not understanding how investigators are not uncover more cases. Well, you know what? It just point to me that everybody in on it for real. Why else not? Because I can sit here and solve some fucking cases on my own in days. And I'm one fucking person. And you got a whole bunch of these people that train for this job and still can't do shit over time. Like I don't know how many people and then there's people that know things that don't say shit, that feels Like, oh, I already knew that. I already knew that. Well, why the fuck y'all ain't talk about it? Like when I dropped that trafficking when I was in Becca Comfort Inn on my TikTok, like so many people telling me, oh, I knew they was doing that. Well, why the fuck y'all coming on my post to tell me? I'm bringing awareness to the people, right? And there's so many people like, oh my gosh, I didn't never know that. But then you got these people that's just, oh, I knew that. Well, bitch, why you ain't do nothing? Like, did you make a post? That's the shit. Are you coming to tell me you do? Okay, kudos. You want some cookies because you ain't doing shit. If y'all knew this for all these years, why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you make a post? Why didn't you do anything? Or you just care to say that you knew before I did? Like, it's dumb. You could have kept that fucking comment to yourself. Who gives a fuck? Because you ain't doing shit with the information in the first place. What's the point of knowing? To me, that's like accessory, but nobody really wants to go there because it just makes it too complicated. But honestly, like some of this shit is just set up to continue. And you know why? Because you got some of these motherfuckers that smile in your face, be on the cameras, be in the news stations, be, police officers, whatever, that's helping. And the crazy part is, a lot of these times they are spouses to someone else, they are parents to other people, and their families know this shit. So it's like the whole family is just like a rotten fucking festering tooth that need to be plucked up out of here. But the thing is, this little girl, Miracle Namani, is gone. The fact that they said where she was at was near a highway, this girl could be anywhere by now. 14 years old. I cannot imagine that shit for me and my daughter. I don't know what I would do. And the fact that I'm looking at so many Black women get on these platforms every day and continuously talk about our children being taken, missing, this, that, or the other. It's so crazy. And then you got some people like, oh, they just being hot. Some people just being hot. Well, think about this too. Granted, I know, we ran away. I know this, that, or the other. If kids are listening to things like, yeah, she grabbed my penis like a baton, and then the other one grab it in the morning, and they love my dick, it's fire dick. And if you got kids that came to this country that's listening to lyrics like that, they on a whole nother level of freaky. If your little girl is messing with one of these kids, right? If they're in school with these kids, then they're being infiltrated. Like that shit is infiltration. Half the Black boys nowadays don't even like Black girls. It's crazy, but I'm just saying, let's use our common sense. There's an uptick in human trafficking, specifically children. There's women talking about it around Northern Parkway, an African man. We always see Africans around Northern Parkway, specifically cab drivers. We see these men riding around in these white trucks with the tinted windows, the Hispanic, the working. Like we see these types of men. I could picture it in my mind. And you mean to tell me we have a problem with not feeling bad when people are angry because they hear? We got a problem with not reporting them. We got a problem with, oh, we need to turn the other cheek. No, the fuck we don't, yo. Would you invite somebody to your house? If your house was battling, like if y'all had problems that y'all needed to work out, are you inviting more company over? Or are you going to fix your problems first and then invite company once the house is cool? If you said the first one, bitch, you out of order. That's why your life fucked up now. Handle your shit in your house before you invite other people in. Okay? And that's all I'm looking at it, because the thing is now we can't classify who's coming from what. The ones that don't observe can't classify, oh, this is coming from here or this, that, or the other, because we've allowed people to come into our house and the shit was already chaotic. These people, they observe us. They speak their language and another one, okay? What makes you think they ain't got 10 layers ahead of us? I just want people to understand and think. And just like this, somebody probably came into the country. Miracle Namani is gone as of now. And I pray that she's returned. As of February 19, 2026 at 12:30 a.m. I don't know why she was outside, but she's gone. Please bring Miracle back home. Please have more conversations with your children. Let them know how important and special they are. Let them know how there are types of men. Let me tell you the types of men, because there's types of men and boys. What types of men like 12 to 14-year-olds? Oh, what is it called when you are a pervert that like 12 to 14-year-olds? There's a pedophile, and heblephilia is the type that like children between 11 and 14. So heblephilia is a sexual preference for children in early adolescence between ages 11 and 14. The concept is distinct from pedophilia. Okay. And then there's another type of sexual, is it a hebephile? Because the other one's like 15 through 17. And they always got to use Michael Jackson. No, it's a phebophile. They like 15 to 16-year-olds who prefer 17-year-olds. The phebophiles. Yeah, so when you gotta classify and know people all the way down to their core. Some people love certain age brackets within pedophilia, and that's what they go for. There's hebophiles and there's the other type. It's ridiculous. Like you wouldn't even think that people would even have a freaking preference. Like, oh yeah, I like hebophiles because they don't fight as well as Ebola files. Like, what the fuck? This lets you know how slippery and slippery people could go down that rabbit hole. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. I do it for my city. I do it for my best buds. I love you guys. Remember, work on your discernment, work on your context clues, work on all that, okay? Because at the end of the day, we need to strengthen you up to become warriors for the future, especially if you're going to be in my soul tribe. All right. So until next time, I love you guys and see you later. Watch it from the beginning, share my live, roll that shit big. Because, like I said, more people need to see the truth. They really do.